What's up, everybody? Kevin.
Lester, and this is my girlfriend Kayla.
She can introduce herself. This is
Kayla.
Boom. Lester doesn't speak for her, you know, but
That's true.
this is the Nincompoop Scoop. We got some fun stuff to talk about today.
A lot of fun stuff.
If you guys paid attention to our Facebook page, Lester had a tournament this weekend. We're going to let him talk about that. Had a tournament this last weekend.
This previous weekend.
There we go. Yes. So if you want to talk about that real quick.
Alright, so I went to the Bushiroad tournament. I posted like maybe 4 or 5 videos, I forgot, on our Facebook page because I don't have access to the YouTube page, but whatever. Day one, I had lots of fun. I went there with a lot of my friends. I didn't really do too well. I got knocked out on the second round. I was hoping to get up to at least round 4, but it's whatever.
How many rounds were on the first day?
First day, to make it to top 8, you have to go up to round 7.
So the second day is just the last 8, kind of like a final table type deal.
Actually, no, it was all done in one day because day 2 they held 2 different tournaments. It was the White Sports one that I was talking about, and there's another one called Future Card Buddy Fight, which I also more or less play. But I have my buddy AJ. He holds onto my decks because I didn't really want to carry it. So I was like, here you go. So he's holding onto my deck. So whenever I play tournaments there, I just ask, hey, can I get my deck?
So how'd you do on the second day tournament?
Second day tournament, I did what I wanted to. I got it to round 4. I really wanted to hit the top 16, top 8, but I am kind of scrubbed out on that one. So I have to remodify my decks for next year. Hopefully do better next year.
So these tournaments are just once a year then? They don't have multiple tournaments?
It's more or less twice a year. One is Team League, the other one's World Championships. World Championships is 1-on-1, and Teams is 3v3. But the thing is, you can't pick the same clans, but everything else is fair game. So you just can't pick the same clans, but everything is fair game.
Yeah, what was really cool in one of your videos, I liked how you kind of showed some of your competitors, and you know, even though they're your competition, everybody seemed like they were having fun. It wasn't like poker where freaking everybody's hating each other by the end of it, and like threatening to shoot you in the head, all Wild West style. You know? But so that was interesting.
The vendors were actually pretty cool. One of the vendors had a lot of the Bushiroad online store stuff. But
so you can like buy it there without having to order.
Yeah, without having to order online. Like there's they had like a few stuff on there. For me, I was kind of broke, so I didn't really get anything. I actually the only thing I bought there was like maybe 2 packs of sleeves, and that was it. And then I traded in some cards for cash. Well, cash, but they just took store credit. So I bought like maybe 1 more pair of sleeves and like some other sleeves because I didn't really want to buy anything with packs and stuff. So
yeah. Like, did they have any giveaway stuff for people who?
They actually did have a giveaway. They actually did a raffle, but the raffle was like way later in the day, and I did not. And me and my friends did not want to say way later. Just.
And I'm guessing with your luck, you probably wouldn't have won anyway.
Yeah, it was like the first day had like 700 plus people. That is a lot of people. That was more than last year's, which was like last year's was 500 plus.
And was last year the first tournament? Or
No,
have they been doing this for a while?
They've been doing this for a while now. Actually, they've been doing this since 2000. I want to say 2013. So it hasn't been out that. It has not been out that long, but it has. It sure as hell felt like it's been out that long.
So if you guys are into card game stuff, is there a site you'd recommend for people to kind of learn about tournaments or get information about some of these games that you play?
There's really they have their own official websites, but I would just type up Bushiroad and then like the card game you like.
How do you spell Bushi? How's that spelled?
It's spelled
B-U-S-H-I?
Yeah, it's just like how you would spell Bushido, just Bushi and then road, just regular road.
Like that you drive on.
Yes,
R-A-D.
The road
R-O-A-D.
So like if you they basically took Bushido and road and put them together and made Bushi Road.
And what is the card game about?
The card game that we're talking about now?
Bushiroad.
No, that's the company.
Oh, that's the company?
Yeah, that's the company.
So what is the card game that you played that the tournament was about?
The card game I played was called Card Fight Vanguard.
Which is
the one
what we got right here.
Yeah, it's the one I chose.
It's got there's some interesting cards. And they're clan related, right?
Yeah, they're all clan related.
Yeah.
Like the one you have right now is Bermuda Triangles, and that's kind of the fanboy deck, the fanboy clan, because they're all
chicks.
They're all mermaids, basically.
So on the 3-on-3, like say if you picked Bermuda Triangle, one of your partners couldn't also be. They would have to pick a different.
Yeah, they would
clan.
have to pick a different clan.
Okay.
But like, I prefer team fight over Worlds because Worlds is a little bit too competitive for my taste right now. Me, I just want to have fun now, but who knows? Maybe you'll find something competitive to play. Competitive.
And do you play any of the card games that he plays?
He tried to get me into Yu-Gi-Oh once, but like math is not my forte.
Oh yeah.
So it's really hard. But he has made me some decks. I have played Vanguard against him, but I tend to think a lot.
Yeah.
And it's really.
He's too slow for him. Like you're just trying to get you to just play.
He told me I feel like I'm playing a child.
Yeah.
But we play Tanto Kure together, and he says me and his sister get very.
I keep iterating this on the show when I talk about Tanto Kure.
We get very competitive.
Her and my sister, they get way too competitive.
Like with each other or against you?
No, with all of
Just
when we're all
together.
together, we're like, oh, I gotta get that one bitch. That's mine.
funny.
We're very cutthroat.
Those two are cutthroat. Me, I'm just like, what can I do?
Yeah, that game seems interesting for sure. We've talked about it a lot.
We talk about it a
on the
lot.
show.
But
It's fun.
actually, I think this October, this coming up Halloween, or if not tonight or Friday night, we're gonna figure out who's the king, as they say, of Oktoberfest for this week.
Who's our current king?
You?
Oktoberfest.
Oh, that's right.
No. I don't the current king. I don't the current king. My sister's the current king.
But Oktoberfest was the one we showed last time where it was
Yeah.
all the beers.
beers.
Yeah, all the beers and everything. Oh, that also reminds me. Over at the tournament, this was over at the Fairplex in LA, in Pomona. They're in the Fairplex. Right next to the place we were at was Oktoberfest.
Oh, really?
So Oktoberfest was going on.
I should have went with you guys. I've just been over there drinking with all those guys. Like,
You could have been. We were like, man, we gotta lug his
yeah,
ass.
let's
all
drag
this."
Kevin all the way home.
Could have made a video about all the different beers you drank.
Yeah, that would have been awesome. We actually, when we originally started these videos, we were going to do a beer one, but
For real, but Jonathan's not here.
yeah, with Jonathan not being here and Lester doesn't drink much, I'd be just talking about my alcoholism over and over again rather than
Tony Stark.
yeah. I think I might drink more than him actually, but
Anyways,
so anything new or any other card games coming up or any other tournaments that you have going on?
there's no tournaments right now. We are currently done. I could talk about the meta, but this for California, the winner is a clan called the Link Joker, but using the Messiah deck. It basically deals with locking your opponent's rear guards and cards. Basically, they can't use them in general. It just means they can't play the game, which I think like it's pretty unfair. But then when you think about it, it's kind of pretty fair-ish. I forgot what second place was, but yeah. And then for White Schwartz, one dude who made it to top 8, he got DQ'd because his deck list did not match up. No, his deck did not match up with the deck list, and so they just DQ'd his ass.
And I'm pretty much saying he was cheating or whatever.
They weren't saying that he was cheating or anything, but it just didn't match up. That's a polite way of saying it. For if you're not polite about it. For us, if you're like fucking cheater.
Were you
Get
guys,
out of here.
Were you guys the ones that called him out on it, or? Just
Oh no,
somebody
it
else
was
did?
actually the judges that actually did it.
Oh.
Like the judge, like you have like 8 judges. I think 8 judges, and then they inspect the deck. They pull out the list, check your deck, make sure all the cards is right, make sure you have the right amount, and if you do, then what they do is a sleeve check. So they take your deck, look at the top, the sleeves part, the top sleeve part. So like basically, so they check to see if you have all these in order, and then they check the sleeve that would be covering this part to see if there's
to make sure there's not like 2 inside of the sleeve or whatever. Or?
Well, that's okay. It's called oversleeving, but
Oh.
as long as it's not marked in any way, or if it looks really suspicious in any
Because if
way.
you mark it, you know what the next card is. and-
Yeah, if you mark it, then they know that this guy's cheating.
Yeah.
But like I made the top 8 once, so
So what did they do when they kicked this guy out? Did they let the last person he took out go to?
Yeah,
top
what they do is that they bumped up people going up from like, so like say if you were like the 9th,
you now are top.
You are now, you have been from 9th, you went up to 8.
Okay.
So like that's how it works.
Well, that's good that they let somebody else come in whenever there's, instead of just dropping it to top 7, or whatever.
Yeah, so. that would suck a lot. But yeah, it was fun. I enjoy going to these tournaments. It's just that
out of all the people you went with, who did the best?
John.
How far did he get?
He got to round 6.
6.
He got
and round 7 is when you get.
Round 7 is top 16, if not top 8.
Top 8 after that, yeah.
Well, like John made it farther than we did, only because he was using a deck that kind of abuses the game's mechanics.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, he seems like he said it was cheating, but not really cheating. Like, it's legal to use, but it's so OP.
It is. It really is, because your opponent can't do anything for the first 2-3 of their turns. It's just they can't do shit.
That's when that poker shit happens, where I just want to flip a table like this son of a bitch.
That sounds like what John would do.
It's funny though, because what he told me is that his first opponent, it was either his first or second opponent, like, it was like, ha 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 ha, and then right when John was like started wrecking his face, it was like, ha ha, oh, I gotta play serious now. And he lost. John won, but the dude lost. He's like, I'm not having it.
What did John? What kind of deck did he end up losing to?
This clan called the Tachikaze is basically robot dinosaurs. Something that you might like actually too. What the robot dinosaurs do is that they eat each other, and they get buff.
They get bigger.
Buff.
Cannibalism.
Yes, they actually do. Cannibalism is supported in this game through cards.
Well, to go from a fun topic like that, we're going to get into our sad topic of the week, Walking Dead. This was a rough week for Walking Dead fans. If you've read the comic books, you kind of knew what was coming, because Robert Kirkman said this character that died was the only character he never had a regret killing, because it made the story better. And it actually, led them to where everything was going forward. So, comic book wise, yeah. I don't know that the TV series had to do the same thing.
Well, like, would you agree, like, if they killed them off earlier or later, it would have been any better?
What bothers me about the Glenn thing is because they just...
Spoiler.
Oh, if they haven't watched it by now, I mean, it's Wednesday, so yeah, it's over. If they haven't watched it by now, then they're missing out. But there was that scene last year where there's the fake death. Everybody thinks he dies, but he goes under a fucking trash can.
Which I guess, too.
Everybody's like, there's no way they let Glenn die like that. But in that season, to make him live just to kill him like this, and there was only 8 episodes between that time frame. It didn't make sense. Like, it would have been fine if Negan killed him, but it would have been maybe a couple episodes down the road, rather than just bringing him back, get everybody's hopes up just to knock their dicks in the dirt, like.
So basically, this season premiere start back up. I was like, all right, and the surprise is Glenn is dead. And
how they did it was kind of screwed up, and you may agree with this.
Yeah, it felt random.
Everybody at first thought it was just going to be one person. And he takes out Eugene at first, and which was sad too, because Eugene was kind of the sense of humor. He always had the funny sayings. He always kind of porch dick or who the hell's Diana, all of his. And then he was talking to Rosita, and this is a line that always, you could shave me smooth like a dolphin when they're in the bus, right before the bus flips. So Abraham definitely was the comedy to it. So it was kind of sad seeing him die, and with him being a more popular character, I thought that's where they're going to leave it. And then Daryl, I don't give a shit what anyone says. It's Daryl's fault. You may be a Daryl fan. I don't care.
Fan, and I agree.
But it was definitely his fault.
I agree with that.
Because Negan said you could piss, you can moan, you can even turn away, but you don't move. And Daryl decided, being a social justice warrior,
I never heard that.
SJW,
I never heard that.
To punch him in the face. And obviously they weren't going to kill Daryl off yet, because I think they're too concerned with losing a bunch of fans.
Yeah, the Daryl fan base is really strong.
It's just way too strong. Which, I'm cool with Daryl being alive, but that's going to be a death that when that happens, it's just going to totally change the show.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure a lot of people will not accept it at all. Just like how her. And how
I will
told you
accept
her.
it. I will accept it.
You'll
like,
keep watching still,
I will
right?
keep
It'll piss you
watching.
off.
Like when Tyrese died, like I was like, oh my god.
I thought they were going to save him too, the way they pulled him out, and they.
Then with Carol's daughter,
Sophia.
Sophia, like that whole season, I was like, oh, she's alive,
Yeah.
she's alive, she's alive, and then when you find out she's dead, it's like, oh my god, it was like devastating.
And it's a really screwed up thing with that scenario too, because
Yes.
Herschel and them knew once, and Herschel still let them go do. It's like he didn't want to break their heart or whatever.
Yeah.
Herschel was my favorite character was Dale.
Yes.
And Carl got Dale killed.
Carl, bane of the whole.
Yeah, and Carl's gotten a lot better now. He's actually
Yes.
turned into a man, kind of like Father Gabriel.
Like,
He finally got his shit together
Yes.
with the baby and stepped his
that,
ass up.
that
But
character development was very well done. Like when Lori died, like I was glad. Like,
yeah, nobody cared.
Lori was just there.
Um,
Her death meant nothing, but like I agree, like with Glenn's death, because like when he was doing the eeny meeny miny mo, like I was like holding my breath, and
Yeah.
like it was Abraham. I was like, okay, it's Abraham. Maybe they're gonna kill Glenn more later on and do something more that would make his death more important.
yeah.
Nope.
Like
And-
what I thought they
yeah.
might do it was maybe like when the baby was being born or at close to the time of the baby being
Yes.
born, because I thought that would be a more of an emotional
More impact.
and that would be another 5-6 episodes down the line to where it gets you to that point where, hey, we're not ready for this. He's about to, holy shit, like that would be a way bigger shitstorm.
Yeah.
And what I really hoped for, and this is going to sound really depressing, but I almost wanted to see, because I wanted to see how Glenn would get from it. I wanted to see him kill Maggie. And it's fucked up to say because she's pregnant, but I think that would have had more of a resonance with people. Like, wow, this dickhead really killed a pregnant chick. And I think Glenn, that would have just showed Glenn go off the deep end. And we would have saw a kick-ass Glenn,
Well, he did say he wasn't a liar. Like that was the first thing. He's like, I don't know who you met, but I'm not a liar.
Yeah.
I keep my word. And like, and then he just. I still think it was at random.
Yeah.
Like, yes, it was still devastating to watch him die. Because he's like.
And it was how they did it was screwed up with the little eye thing.
Oh, and then he's like, whoop you, Maggie.
I'll find you, I think is
Or
what he
something,
mouths. Because I had the subtitles on.
Yeah, but I still felt it was random. It was still devastating. My sister got mad. Like, she doesn't watch the show. She just wanted to see who died.
Yeah.
And I just hear, like cursing.
Yeah.
I was like, I've been telling you.
Oh yeah, you can curse.
You could cuss, yeah, shit.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
Curse all you want. We're not
We have
sponsored.
grown-ups watching this show.
It's okay, but I was like, I told you all summer who it was gonna be,
Yeah.
and you're still acting like this. But yeah, and she's just like, I was like, oh wait, now there's only like the original cast is like almost all gone. It's
Yeah,
just-
the original are, you got Morgan that's left from the first
Yep,
episode.
Morgan.
You got Carl and Rick.
And Carol and Daryl.
Carol and Daryl. So you got 5 people left. And I really thought they were going to kill Carol off last season. How she got shot.
She kind of looked like she was suicidal.
Did you read the comic books?
I read like some of it. I think I read up to when Glenn died, and then
So you read up to issue 100 then?
I kind of like stopped after that.
Actually, you read the comics?
Yes, Lester. I don't just read manga and other stuff.
No. I'm just surprised that you actually read the comics.
I actually have the first 2 compendiums if you'd like to borrow it and read it.
I read it before.
Yeah, it's the comic book, and it's really. And I think they had to do the eye thing because in the comic book, his eye actually comes like all the way out. It
Yeah.
wasn't just like droopy. It was.
It wasn't like a derpy face. It was
No, it was, and his brain was like it was hardcore in the comic books. The
Heavily
scene of it,
exposed.
yes. But what I like is how they've treated Carol. In the comic book, she was crazy. She had affairs with Tyrese, and then when
Yeah.
Tyrese decided that he liked Andrea, or pardon me, Michonne, she decided to commit suicide, and that's how she
Yep.
dies in the comic books. And so Carol's a badass in this. I would like to see her and Morgan have some sort of
I
fling.
wanna see them
Morgan's my
take
favorite
people
character
out.
though. Like
Yeah.
I love Morgan.
I love Carol. I just loved how she grew, and she's like their switchblade.
Yeah.
I'm just like, oh, she's gonna come back and save you guys again.
Like at Terminus.
Yes.
Yeah, when she
I'm
comes
just
back
like,
and blows up the propane tank.
I'm just like Carol. Just keep her guys like come on, you guys are good with her. She will save you guys.
Yeah.
Once she finds out.
Yeah, so I think Abraham, I respected how he died because unlike everybody else that was kind of slouched over and crying, he was standing up,
like, ready for it.
And then after that first hit, he tells him to suck his nuts, like, and that's Abraham, you know, to the death. Abraham was Abraham. Yeah, so that's Trip.
Hi, dog.
It's okay, he like this.
Usually he just kind of chill and relax. He doesn't.
He smells another female.
Where's Jessica at?
Downstairs. I thought they were on outside.
Well,
He needed to go outside.
they wanted to come say hi. All right, guys, go outside. Go outside. Trip, Jess, go outside. So now our dogs appeared in this video. It's been a while since they've showed up. So, but so I really respected Abraham. I just thought it was a kick in the nuts for fans because after seeing Abraham, I think everybody kind of had this collective sigh of, well, like, okay, Glenn's going to live. And then Robert Kirkman's just like, F you guys. Well, actually, it wasn't Kirkman, but starts with the last name? Starts with the G, the show writer. I forget his name.
I don't remember his name.
I'm so pissed off at him right now. I can't even remember his name, but him and the visual effect guy, Nicotero, decided, this is how we're going to do it. And it was a shitstorm, and he totally had all the support from Robert Kirkman. So what did you take from... So at the end of the episode, Sasha and Rosita kind of come together. Yeah. And they decide to take Abraham's body. Do you think that was a show of solidarity, or it was just they both loved Abraham, so they just decided they should do that together? Or do you think that's going to bring Sasha and Rosita together?
Well, besides the fact that it was also very traumatic. I mean, Carl almost had his arm cut off as well.
Yeah, that was we were going to get into that here in a minute. That's definitely... It was a mind fuck, like the whole episode through, for sure.
Yes. Well, I'm pretty sure they're traumatized. I mean, they just lost 2 people. Morgan and Carol are out there somewhere. They don't even know if
they might be dead, so they don't know about them.
They don't know if they're alive or dead. And they both left Abraham. It's true, Abraham left Rosita for Sasha. Yeah. Like, kind of out of nowhere. I'm still trying to figure out where Abraham picked up feelings for Sasha.
I think it was he was just he saw her hurting so much after Tyrese, and I think that clicked with him because the reason he took Eugene in was he saw how bad Eugene was hurting and how scared and alone he was.
Yeah.
So I think that was kind of how that went. I don't know if you caught this before Abraham got killed. When he picks out Abraham does the peace sign to Sasha. And do you remember that they had that thing where they went back and forth, where it was a peace sign?
Yes, when they were switching the cars.
Yes, doing the cars, and then they were doing the guard switch where she was switching with Eugene, and so they weren't going to work together. So it was kind of this. So even at the end, he was showing this love for Sasha, and he didn't even look at Rosita. You know, it's kind of just like. So I thought Rosita was going to have this total hatred towards Sasha, and it really surprised me how they came together to say, hey, you know, the best thing to do is we bury him. We're not just going to leave them here.
Well, even after he left her, like, they weren't fighting.
They just weren't.
I think the fact that they've been in that group for so long, they have that family bond, and, you know, he died, and he died not bowing his head.
Right.
So I think they're both like, let's respect him, respect his choice, and I think it would probably bring them closer together.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think we're going to see... First off, I'm really excited. We're going to see the kingdom.
Oh, yes.
We're going to see Ezekiel and Shiva, which Shiva's the lion. I didn't know if they would do it for the series, so I'm so stoked for that.
I think it's a tiger.
Or tiger, tiger, yeah. I think in the books, I think in the comics books, she was a white tiger. But she's just a regular orange tiger, if I remember correctly.
That's what they showed in the preview.
You can't have access to white tigers.
White tigers, right?
No.
You can't have access to white tigers.
But so that's interesting. I'm sure most of it's going to be CGI, so it's probably going to be a little choppy to watch. But I'm stoked for that. I'm really excited to see the kingdom because now we got Kingdom, we got the Hilltop, we got Alexandria, and then we got Sanctuary where Negan and all his people are. So we're branching out. What would you like to see happen with Rick and Daryl and them going forward?
Well, with Daryl being Kidnapped.
Yeah.
Kidnapped. I kind of want to see how the group's gonna handle it, cause like they've been through so much together, especially like the ones that've been together the longest, like Maggie and them. So I want to see how it will affect their bonds. I'm pretty sure Maggie is gonna be like very strained with everyone else, because like at the end she was like telling Rick like go back to Alexandria. He's like, no, we gotta worry about you.
I think when she and Daryl finally see each other,
She might.
I think she's gonna hold all this shit against Daryl. So
that or Rick, because she was like, we're gonna fight him, and Rick does not look. He does not look like he wants to fight.
No, he was scared shitless by the
Yeah.
end of it. But he had that mind fuck too about, hey, cut your son's arm off, and then Negan was finally like, that's the look I wanted to see.
Yes, and he basically
So Rick's
showed
broke.
Rick. He basically showed Rick like, you're outnumbered, you're outsmarted. Like, sure, you have some good fighters. You supposedly had this good strategy, but it was like predictable.
Yeah.
Like, you guys were easy.
We
to
knew
hurt.
exactly where you guys were going.
Exactly.
And just like in Terminus, they fall for the, shoot at the feet, make them go wherever you want them to go. And it happened against Negan's group as well. So
yeah. So
we'll get into, what do you think's happening with Morgan and Carol at the Kingdom right now?
at the Kingdom, I'm pretty sure Carol's probably like, why did you save me? I wanted to die. I no longer want to kill.
I had accepted,
Yes, she got tired of killing. And she's just like, I'm done. But Morgan wants to save her. And I also think they'll get over their differences more. Because
Morgan was the one that was trying to get her to have that philosophy of,
yes,
let's stop killing.
Every life is precious. And she's like...
And then he had to kill that guy to save
yes.
her. But
And she's like, no, like... Which I kind of agree with her. Because, like, if you leave them alive, they're going to come back.
right.
Like, sometimes you have no choice. Because if you leave them alive, they could come back, regroup, and do something else. Sometimes you gotta do it.
And that's sometimes why I say I almost feel like at times Shane would have been a better leader than Rick.
Oh, Mr. Inshane?
Yeah, because he didn't give a shit. If you screwed with that group, you were dead. Like, there was no chance of you coming back and screwing us over.
He was too obsessed with Lori.
Yeah.
I think his obsession with Lori would have made him make bad decisions.
But once Lori died, I think we could have
He
seen
would have been
either he would have
deep
gone
end.
off the
He would have
deep
gone
end,
off.
or he would have fucked the governor up before the governor had a chance to kill Herschel. Which, to this day, Herschel, I love you, bro.
That was
hard.
Yeah. Seeing Maddie just lost all her family.
Yeah.
Like,
If this is the last one, because that Beth death was hardcore, man.
yes. She just has her baby, and we don't know if her baby's gonna survive.
Because she's already in the midst of a miscarriage. That's
Yeah.
why they're trying to get her
and
to a hilltop.
The stress, and then
Seeing
no
your
supplies.
love die, I mean, that breaks your heart.
But I really think Maggie is gonna
Become a badass.
that, or she's gonna cause like strain. She's probably gonna start breaking off from the
Yeah.
group because she wants to fight him, but the others are like,
Yeah, they're done.
they're no, like it's better to listen than kill. Then have more people be killed.
Here's what I think is going to happen, and this is maybe wishful thinking. I think the girls are going to kind of come together. I think Maggie, Rosita, and Sasha are going to come together because they both loved, the guys they loved, the guys they were in. So I think we're going to see a little click with them. But I do think Morgan and Carol are going to eventually come together as, I think there's going to be a love interest there. Even though everybody wanted Carol and Daryl together.
Yeah.
We're not going to see that, I don't
Guilty.
think. Yeah. Everybody was pushing that ship, so.
I mean, I see that they're really good friends, but like this past season they haven't really been talking. He's been with the other two guys whose names I could never remember for the life of me. But he's been hanging out with them because, like I said, she's done. She's just done.
And who knows what Daryl's going to do now that he's captured with...
Which people?
There's a preview, right? There's a preview where Daryl's lost his stuff to Dwight. Dwight's got his bike, he's got his crossbow and his vest on. So we'll see where that leads to.
Not his lucky vest.
Oh yeah, yep.
Not his plus 50 armor.
That vest set has plus 50. It's more than plus 50.
Yeah, right. It's like infinity.
Infinite defense. But I would like to see Carol and Morgan become like the badass fighters.
Because Morgan's already, even though he doesn't really kill, he can fuck shit up.
Yes,
he's a
he
badass.
can.
Cheese Man taught him well. So, which I really, a lot of people hated that episode, but I loved seeing that backstory of how he made, because Morgan had lost, he'd gone crazy, which we saw when Rick went and saw him. So, well, I think that's a good segment into Jericho, because Morgan actually plays Robert Hawkins in Jericho.
What's Morgan? He was watching it because I was like, that's Morgan.
Yeah. That's he plays Robert Hawkins, which is the main character in Jericho, which Jericho just hit its decennial, which 10 years ago, 2006 was when it aired, and it was on TV from 2006 to 2008. It had originally been canceled after season 1, which a lot of people had read and came to conclusion that it wasn't supported nearly as much because we were kind of in this tumultuous times with stuff going on in the Middle East and people worried about, nuclear attack was something that could really happen. Mm-hmm. And a lot of political people were saying, hey, this is kind of fear-mongering. This is causing, a lot of issues with people thinking this is something that is just too real and could happen. I think if Jericho was to air today, it would be one of the more popular shows because, what is that other zombie show?
iZombie?
Well, iZombie is really popular. Z Nation. Walking Dead. Designated Survivor now.
Well, Walking Dead's been on for a while, though.
Well, yeah, not until 2010 was the first season.
So it's still running 6 years right now.
Yeah.
As opposed to 2 years.
Well, yeah, but I think if Jericho would have started right about that time when all the zombie stuff was blowing up, this post-apocalyptic stuff, because Day After Tomorrow was around that time, all those movies of, hey, this is something, I think it would have definitely resonated more.
Out of nowhere came the post-apocalyptic shenanigans, which I was like...
All those comic books now, and
I was like, where did all these come from?
Well, everything comes back every few years.
Oh, yeah.
It's the same thing
with
TV shows.
Like, zombies has been around for a while, though. It wasn't until, Resident Evil...
The movies.
No, not the movies, the first game.
Oh, the games.
When the first game came out, everyone loves zombies. Everyone prays to the high heavens of Resident Evil. It was a good game. But, after a while for Resident Evil, it lost its purposes.
Yes.
And I think that's kind of what helped. So I think if Jericho was airing today, Designated Survivors almost got the feel... I don't know if you guys have watched that show yet.
I heard about it.
With Kiefer Sutherland. It's kind of got the feel of Jericho. It's the whole cabinet of the president and all them were wiped out. It's the Designated Survivors, the one person that doesn't go in. Mm-hmm. Well, Jericho, I think... even went above and beyond that. The original president died. You have 23 nukes that go off throughout the nation, which I don't know if you're far enough into it yet to know exactly where it's been blown up.
I only know, the few, the second episode, if not the third episode. It was, what was his fucking name again? Hawkins. He started pinning all the locations.
Yeah.
I think I only saw 8 or 7 locations so far.
Yeah.
So far.
And the reason, and you'll find out, I don't want to spoil it for you because I really want you to finish the series.
I'm almost done with season 1.
And season 2 is only 7 episodes, so you'll knock it out pretty quick.
When I first watched the first few episodes, alright, I'm just gonna check out 3 episodes, and the 3 episodes became half the season.
Yeah.
In one day.
And it does grow, because there's a lot of action. There is, and I think you would even like it if you watched it with them, because there's a love story to it.
There's way too many love stories in that thing.
And you eventually get to this point where there's this love triangle, and so there's a lot to it. It appeals to everybody because there's a death way later on in season 1 that I think it was the first series I had watched in a very long time that made me cry.
Really?
I watched this episode and I was just like. Walking Dead's kind of got me close several times.
I just got done with April's death. That's what happened.
Yeah, the April's death is pretty hardcore.
That was actually really pretty hardcore, where the baby is literally dying inside her, and then they didn't save the baby.
Yeah, the point was, the baby's already
the baby
gone.
Was already.
Yeah.
You can't save the baby at that point. They were trying to save April, but they couldn't save April. She ended up dying later that day.
Yeah.
And I was like,
which really screwed with Eric because he had talked about the divorce and was sleeping with
Mary
the bartender.
I was like, dang, dude, your life sucks now.
So
yeah, you have that over your head,
and that'll play into later on when they start talking about getting power, the wind turbines and stuff. So
yeah, I'm already.
Are you to the point where they said he needs to take 10?
Yeah,
Jericho
I'm
men?
past that. Right now, I just recently finished the episode where Roger came in and then Roger shot Gray, which I hated Gray. I hated Gray with a passion. I was like, Gray, you fucker. Listen to Johnston. Listen to he is more better than
Johnston Green's my all-time favorite character.
Like I think okay for a while it was Dale to a certain extent of the show, and then like he just started like spiraling downwards.
He
Like
becomes a dick.
Like he becomes like a really bad character. It was like, wow, your character just plummeted down in like episode. I think it was like episode 8 or 7.
Because it was really cool when he got the shop after.
Yeah, he got a shock
after she died.
When Gracie died. I was in shock when she died. It's like oh cool. And then like and then it's like she goes into the store and then you see Mitch stab her. It's like oh my god.
Speaking of Lethal Weapon, Mitch is the main character in the new Lethal Weapon series. He does a really good job. Oh, and Sprague Graydon is in the very first episode for like 10 seconds, but I've already been on Twitter trying to yell at Lethal Weapon, the Twitter page, to bring her back. Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, when Gracie died, I was like, oh no. And then when we're like, oh yeah, we found her dead. I was like, it had to be Mitchell. I was right there for all along. It's like I was like, there's no way it could have been anyone else. This has to be Mitch.
Yeah,
Mitch had to kill Gracie.
And Dale took care of that later on, though.
Dale was like, Dale became his vigilante. He was like, yes, justice.
Yeah.
It's like, yes.
So now I've been on, and my wife makes fun of me because ever since it's ended, I've watched it. I've always been like, Jericho season 3, which didn't come out on TV, but they have season 3 and season 4. I believe season 5 is in the works right now in comic book format.
Are you ever gonna get season 1 and 2 on comic book? If it ever does come to comic
if it ever came out in comic book and it was, I mean, even if it was the same storyline, yeah, I'd buy it just because I'm a completionist and I have to have everything, you know.
Same with me with mangas. I have to have all mangas.
So yeah, if they went back and they did a comic book for those 2 seasons, even if they changed the story up a little bit, I'd be fine with it and read it.
As long as they don't heavily alter it.
The reason I want to do this video is because a lot of the cast members just had a 10-year reunion at Skeet Ulrich's house, which a lot of people are speculating means something because the show producer was there, Lenny James was there, Skeet Ulrich was there. I can't even think of all the names. Sprague Graydon was there.
Do a 10-year time skip.
Yeah. Well, I all these characters, I was really surprised by looking at this 10-year reunion that. Like, they all look the same. They've all aged really well that I think you can kind of...
You can still do it.
You could just, bring the story back.
Say for maybe Dale. Dale is probably, like, older.
Dale looks exactly the same. And actually Candace, the gal who plays that he falls in love with.
Yeah.
Candace Bailey is her real name. She looks exactly the same too. So I think there's a lot.
Still do the
look at Morgan in Walking Dead. He looks still exactly the same. So
they aged really well.
And so seeing that 10-year reunion, it definitely made me want to do this. I think if you haven't watched Jericho, it's very interesting. It's definitely something that's going to. Obviously, I didn't know if Lester would like it, but it seems like he's getting into it pretty well.
It was really interesting. I'm not gonna lie. Like the first 3 episodes, I'm like, all right, cool, establishment, and then like it started getting more interesting as it progressed. I was like, wow, it's actually really interesting.
And how they come up with ideas to do stuff, like when Hawkins and Jake get together and they're trying to put the fires out. And
what I liked about under the captions of each of the Netflix ones. It seemed like it was a world. It was just only like a one crisis thing.
Yeah.
Like one of the caption was, "They have to get this windmill fixed." I'm like, how the hell are they gonna make this epic? I was like, oh, there's like a bunch of side stories, but like, we gotta get this windmill fixed. We gotta make it fixed. I was like, how is this gonna be epic? Sweaty man, just working on a windmill.
It's
like the captions were hilarious. I'm not gonna lie. All the Netflix captions for each episode was hilarious. The April one was pretty intense too. It was like, I forgot his name. Kenshi has.
Oh yeah.
Jake has convinced
Kenshi
to
into helping.
doing the operation of the lifetime. Can he do it? I was like, dang, these captions are really
One of my
intense.
favorite episodes is the one where they find Kenji, where they're going to Rogue River to get medicine for Johnston Green.
Oh man, I felt so sorry for the one Raven.
The Ravenwood, the one that was actually fighting with them. Which is Theo Rossi. He was in Sons of Anarchy, and now he is in Luke Cage.
Yeah.
On Netflix. So
yeah, he was my favorite character, but I already knew who was gonna die. So I was like, I'm not gonna get invested into you because I already know you're gonna die this episode.
Yeah. He definitely didn't last long.
But
he went out like a champ. Man.
He was actually a really cool character. I mean, like from his background, he's like, yeah, we just got everyone, and then one dude snapped, and then everyone died. I was like, dang, you're like the only insane guy.
Yeah. And then Kenji still stayed. That showed kind of what kind of doctor he was. That he stayed behind to help the people he thought he could help.
Yeah, but that was pretty sad.
So
I thought Kenji was actually a pretty cool character too.
Kenji is good. He's a cool character. I like him a lot.
Right.
So seriously, if you may not think you like it, if you get a couple episodes in, you'll be hooked. It's really good. Like I said, the 10-year anniversary just happened. That people got together. There are rumors that CBS All Access is going to be picking it up and making new episodes because, and the reason this might be happening and why the rumors are going around is because Netflix asked them if they could start doing new episodes, and CBS turned that down, saying they had ideas for the show themselves. Jericho. So, fingers crossed that all comes together. Check out
if one or the other gets it, it's going to be good.
Yeah, it's going to be really good. The actors are all really good, and who knows? We may not see much of Robert Hawkins right now with him doing Walking Dead, but
what was it? Like the first few episodes. No. Well, one of the episodes, when the library was burning.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god, the kids acting. I know they were trying to act, but like
it was goofy, like the little chunky kid.
It was too goofy.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah. Like in the first episode for him, it's like, we need help.
And do you remember the first episode that he was in? He was on the bus. He was the one that found the chick because the little girl's throat was on the bus seat.
Oh yeah.
And he was the one like, "Can you help us, mister?" And they have to find all the little straws to.
Yeah, that was pretty intense too.
Yeah.
Like I found that one was, that moment, like the moment when the little girl died for like a few seconds, like, wow, this show's got real.
Yeah.
It got real in like. I had to check the time, so I was like, it got real in like 20 minutes. Holy shit.
Yeah. So, anyways, I recommend checking out. Check out the Jericho Rangers page, Jericho Rangers West Coast Battalion, the Save Jericho Facebook page, which once I get this edited and put up, I'll go ahead and link all of those websites on our YouTube page.
Leave a comment down below.
And definitely, if you watch it, let us know what you think. I believe you'll enjoy it.
Oh, my favorite character is Stanley. Stanley's a badass.
Oh, Stanley is awesome.
Stanley's a hardcore.
The episode where he gets caught out in the rain and you think he's on.
Oh man, I thought he was gonna die.
That's my favorite episode, when they have to send people down into the mine, blow up the mine, and
that was actually a pretty intense.
because
episode.
the cops have captured Emily and he has to go save Emily. And
to be honest, to me, when they were like, oh yeah, Emily's here, and then it was like, oh, Emily's here. Oh, great.
Wait till you get into season 2. There's a death in season 2 that's going to blow your mind.
I hope not.
Yeah, it's going to surprise you.
But oh man, there's like so many things I could talk about Jericho right now.
Oh yeah,
like,
there's a lot for sure.
Because like, oh man, Stanley and Jag's relationship was actually really, really good. They had like that super hardcore bromance going on.
Right.
Like it was stupid hardcore. Like, dang, that's like friendship forever.
Right.
And then like that IRS chick. Oh my god, I thought she was really annoying.
And then she turns out to be a pretty cool character.
She turned out to be an okay character.
With how her and Stanley. Have you got to that? Where her and Stanley are finally getting.
I'm there when they were getting it down.
Right.
I got to that episode when they got down. Yeah, a lot of cool shit was happening. For one, when Robert showed up in the first episode, I was like, oh yeah, this is happening. You should do this and that. I was like, you seem way too familiar with this.
Yeah.
There's either you've experienced this before or you're just paranoid. And sure enough, he wasn't paranoid or he didn't experience it. He was just really stupid smart. Because they did the big well, I don't know if they did the big reveal, but like at the end of the episode that I was on, they were telling, yeah, there were people with fake FBI on my
and Jimmy, which I love Jimmy, the cop.
Oh yeah, and at the end of the episode, Jimmy's like, oh no.
Yeah, like he's like, I've seen it. I've seen one of those.
So it's like,
before.
I think I fucked up. Oh, I thought Jimmy was like, his mind was blown.
Yeah.
because of what the announcement was. I was like, dang, Jimmy, if only you knew. If only you knew sooner. Oh man, but like, yeah, the show is really interesting. I'm for one enjoying it. I probably might end up finishing it maybe sometime, maybe tomorrow, if not maybe Saturday.
Alright, so right now I am picking the winner out for the Halloween horror, not really horror, but Halloween giveaway if you want to open it up and show people what.
Alright, we're just going to reiterate what we do have. We have...
Before we do that, Save Jericho page, the Jericho Battalion, Jericho Rangers West Coast, all on Facebook. Check those out. Join the page. Check out SaveJericho.com. They have all the news about upcoming get-togethers. And we also do a deal each week in regards to watching an episode together and kind of talking about it. So check all that out. Anyway, so I'm going to look for our winner, and he's going to show
So just to reiterate, this month is October. Halloween is almost upon us. So what we have is Hellboy's Fistomatic. Actually, it's just a bank. And then we have The Predator Pop. And then we got necklace ears from The Walking Dead, if you've ever seen that. But it's actually just soap. So hey, if you feel like you want to be squeaky clean, you can do that. We got what's the postcard, right?
Yep, that's
small
Merle. Yep, that was after the
Merle.
death of Merle. Which
So, I think it's a pretty funny little postcard looking thing. And then we got some sticks. We got some sticky sticks. Some zombie bites and slashes sticky sticks. And last but not least, a 2014 October Loot Crate button. Whoops. So now then, as we present the winner of this month's horror Halloween giveaway,
and it's totally random,
is
bum, 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 bum.
Lester. Oh, thank you.
I knew you'd like it. Keep going. It's taking a second. Don't stop.
This would be faster if I had drumsticks. Help me, Kayla.
And the winner is CC Gutierrez. So,
CC Gutierrez.
We will be contacting you to let you know you won. And also, if you want to win, we have a DC comic book giveaway coming up. We are only 5 people away. So if you get 5 more people to join, you have the chance to win a DC comic book, DC video game, and a surprise DC item that will also be in the giveaway. So make sure you get signed up there. Follow us on Twitter at @MinkandPooScoop. And if we get up to 100 members on that, we'll be doing a Marvel giveaway, kind of along the same lines. There will be a Captain America Winter Soldier Hydra pin. There will be a Marvel comic book and a Marvel video game, as well as a surprise Marvel item in there. So, congratulations to CC Gutierrez. Make sure you get people signed up so we can do these other giveaways. And now we're going to unbox the newest Loot Crate.
Ooh.
And I'll let him do it because he likes to do it so much.
Because he likes opening things.
Da-da-da-da. And what we have here is...
Oh, sweet.
Camp Crystal Lake.
You know what? Actually, to go with our horror box for CC Gutierrez, this will be added in there.
Woo!
So
Fly that flag! Fly that flag!
pretty exciting. This shirt's gonna be badass.
Oh, here, you do the honors.
I'm pretty excited about this.
Let's see, what else do we have?
We have us a Negan shirt.
How appropriate.
Perfect timing.
How
So
appropriate.
the Negan Sluggers. That is awesome.
I like
So
his smile.
More
For
this
sure.
way, more this way.
here,
There we go.
yeah, check that out. Loot Crate has some cool shit, guys. And seriously, monthly it's like
Oh no!
oh, and it's even got the lineup in the box. It's even got the lineup.
no! I don't know if you guys saw that, but yeah, that's actually pretty sad.
That's really cool. And the cool thing about that is it's only $19 a month for Loot Crate. By the way, they don't pay us. They don't give us anything for free. This is my actual deal I signed up for. So that's really cool. $19 a month, $50 worth of items in each box.
We got Nightmare on Elm Street Freddy Krueger chopsticks.
Oh, that's kick-ass. I wonder if they actually like squeeze together. If it's just
It's probably one of those squeeze together ones.
yeah, I'm gonna check it out while you're showing.
We also got the
Texas
Texas
Chainsaw?
Chainsaw. I forgot his name already.
Leatherface.
There we go. Leatherface plush. I'll say that for last. What is this? Where did this go to?
Oh, that must go with the pennant. Probably,
Oh.
or the mask.
There we go.
Goes with the mask, I'm guessing.
Oh, then here's a little.
The horror pamphlet. Each one comes
Brochure.
with a pamphlet.
There you go. There's yours. Ooh, this is actually a really cool pen. Alright, so for the pin, we'll show that pin last. Fuck it. We also got the Regrettable Supervillains book.
Which we had a giveaway with which Thomas Gettin won, where it was regrettable superhero names and like messed up, just horrible superheroes. So
Failed superheroes is what it should have
Yeah.
been. We got the Regrettable Superheroes, and now we got the Regrettable Supervillains.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's pretty cool.
Now you too can be Asian.
Oh no, I'm more Asian than you anyway.
I'm a Pacific Islander. And for the Loot Crate Bolton, this is actually a pretty cool button. This is this year's Loot Crate button. Woo.
Is it Halloween Michael Myers?
Oh yeah,
That's cool.
you know it's Halloween.
Halloween. Man, this box is pretty badass.
It was actually a really good box. Actually.
Take that mask out. Let's see. Is it actually part of the box? So we'll have to break the box down.
You have to actually.
Oh, you
Yeah.
punch it out?
Yeah, you have to punch it out, but I don't want to.
Probably have to cut it. Hold on.
I don't want to punch it out. Here, let me unfold the folds. So it's actually we're not gonna.
There you go. Alright, so while he's doing that, I do want to reiterate Jericho. It is on the 10-year anniversary of it. I almost just got my foot stabbed by a knife.
My bad.
Like I said, check that out. Check with us each week because I will be doing a recap on the previous Walking Dead episodes. Hopefully, since we're going to be doing that, Lester and his old lady will be able to show up more and she could become a part of... Did you watch Fear the Walking Dead?
Yes.
I didn't do one of these for Fear the Walking Dead, but
Yes.
we might have to do that because I actually really...
You can do it right now while I'm doing
I
this.
enjoy it.
A lot of people didn't like it, but part of me almost liked parts of it better.
I enjoyed it because it's like showing how it happened.
It's at the beginning, and that's what I really like about it as well.
Yeah, all we know is from what Rick saw, and Rick was when he got out, he was like already in there. I really like Nick.
Yeah.
Nick and
And man, he went. I really like Travis now. After
No, I'm just kidding.
how Travis went crazy at the end of that last episode, and
you know what?
even though I wanted Chris to die for the longest
I
time,
did too. My beef with Chris. Oh my god! Like that episode, I was just like, Travis, you should have not been surprised. Yeah. Chris should have not been surprised. He saw what kind of people he was going with. Like he made the bad choice.
and he had already said he doesn't know how to drive. So the fact those two idiots let him drive, like it was kind of on them that they deserved to die from the get go, anyways, because they're a bunch of idiots. But what was your favorite part of Fear the Walking Dead?
Well, watching it how it started, and then like watching like people like, oh no, it's like not true. Like the high school kid that Maddie counseled. I do not remember his name because he hasn't shown up.
He was just in that first season, and now, but
he could still be
There's
there.
rumors he's still alive
'Cause
because he went off on his own and he actually knew.
He knew it was gonna happen. Like, I really want to know how he knew. Because he was like, he had the night, he's like, no, something's gonna happen. I need it.
And then he was
Bread.
smart enough to go with Maddie to get extra food and stuff.
Yeah.
So he knew to, get the food and the water and everything. So I think, did you like when they did in the new season how they explained to you who the girl was?
Oops.
Patient Zero was from the first season. Do you
Yeah.
remember that episode?
Yes.
Did you like how they did that?
I really like how
How they
they're
explained kind of Nick's
connecting.
backstory?
I really like that. I mean, of course, I still have. I'm a big loyal fan of The Walking Dead, but
Right.
my little sister likes Fear of the Walking Dead more because she actually thinks The Walking Dead is pretty boring.
There's, it's the thing that's kind of got me about The Walking Dead is they've done the same kind of storyline.
Yeah.
The same time about how they split up and then it's about coming back together.
They split. They find a place and make it safe.
Yeah. Whereas
Walkers attack.
Fear of the Walking Dead, the only reason you kind of see the splits is because Nick didn't want to be with his mom because of he
No,
didn't
yeah.
respect her at that point. And he also, I like how that played
Why
out.
is your face so hard to take
I
off?
think, is it the tape?
It's
Probably the tape.
I like how that played out with him and, not
before I
Ophelia.
stab myself.
Alicia?
Alicia, yeah.
Yeah, I really like Alicia too.
Because he knew from the get-go that guy wasn't immune, but he played along with it.
Yeah.
That guy did kind of redeem himself at the bus when he moved the bus.
Yeah.
So what would you like to see with season 3 of Fear the Walking Dead?
Besides Maddie getting over her I don't understand her need to just risk everything
Yeah,
with the
for
mention
Nick.
of Nick. I'm
Yeah.
like, girl, you have Alicia. Nick is fine. Like,
I love how Alicia called her out on that
Yes.
too. Like he wanted to go. I'm here with you. Why am I not enough?
and Strand. I really like Strand.
Love Strand. And I hate that he decided to stay back with that.
Yes!
Because what's going to happen with him, you know?
They're
Like,
I really hope he stays alive.
yeah,
I really hope.
I'm worried they're going to kill him.
But I want to see that. I want to see how Nick and the people from what's it called, Pueblo. What's it called, Pueblo?
I
forgot.
don't remember now, but
I want to see how
from their little...
Yes, how they're gonna, because Nick and the girl got caught, and the
Well,
other.
and Ophelia got caught originally. And do you think
Yes.
those groups are the same? Do you think because they're obviously Americans that don't want Hispanic folk jumping the border? That seems to be obviously what it is. Because that one guy kind of calls out Ophelia like, "Oh, hey, welcome to the United States,"
Yeah.
and was kind of treating her like shit.
I kind of want to say yes, but then a part of me wants to say no because he really did not look like. Because the ones who caught Nick and
We're just shooting and killing, like they.
yeah, he paused and talked to her.
Yeah.
I'm thinking maybe if they're not a part of it, it's two different factions and they're fighting over the border. But I would like to see how Nick's gonna handle that because I'm not gonna lie, I think the one who's gonna survive the longest is Nick. Nick, Alicia.
I think Ophelia is going to surprise a lot of people because she went from being like that baby to now she's kind of a badass.
I'm
you
pretty
know?
sure Ophelia's gonna survive too. Maddie, I'm not too sure.
I want Maddie to die.
She needs to get over her Nick thing.
If
girl,
she doesn't, I really hope she dies
Like,
because she's got to get her shit together.
she-
Right, so this is in the beginning, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is all at the beginning of the apocalypse. So the zombies, they're not nearly as
decaying.
in Walking
yeah.
Dead. They're pretty beat up by this point. Now, talking about Walking Dead, did you play any of the Telltale series Walking Dead games yet?
I've seen people play. I watched
You plays like on YouTube
yeah,
and stuff like that.
I haven't played any.
Season
No,
3 is
you
gonna-
have. You played Daryl.
Oh,
You have Daryl, but you haven't finished it because we haven't played it in a while.
Because someone's doing this little video game.
Well, Daryl's not a Telltale
She
series
said
though.
Telltale, the one with Glenn.
Daryl's the one that's
Clementine.
The Walking Dead with the brothers, the backstory
Yeah.
with him and
Still might as
Mariah.
well be.
But yeah,
It's
it's
not
and it's on.
Telltale
Do you have it on PS3 or do you
Yeah, I
have
got
it?
on PS3.
Yeah, it's a fun game. It was kind of broken. It's not the best game, but
I haven't played, but
Oh,
I've seen
putting it in
people
wrong.
play.
No,
I'm
no,
really
just-
excited
just
for the next
getting it
season.
ready.
Yeah.
I'm really excited for the next part.
me too. Because she's going to be grown up, and I think
Yeah.
that's really cool to see that you're going to see. And the fact that Clementine's lived this long and she's actually turned out to be kind of a badass is really cool. So. All right, guys. I think we're going to end on that note. CC Gutierrez, congrats on the win. Like I said, make sure you check out Jericho. We're trying to get it. We're
Maybe
trying
this
to
will be
get.
my Halloween Maybe this will be a Halloween costume for like on Halloween day.
We're trying to get more people involved too. That's actually pretty cool. More people involved because we are trying to bring it back. And if you join the Jericho Rangers and if you check out the Save Jericho page,
You could feel the wind in the eye sockets.
let them know that the Nincompoop Scoop sent you. And check out more of their. They have some videos, and they also go to some of the conventions. So if you're at any of the Comic Cons or anything like that, look for the Jericho webpage. Experiencing technical difficulties. We will be back in one moment. So yeah, make sure you check out all that stuff with Jericho. It's on Netflix. Watch season 1, season 2. Email CBS. Tell them you want it back. Let's grow this. Let's make it big. We're gonna make it a deal.
I don't know why I'm smiling when I have the mask on.
Right, because it's kind of already has this creepy smile. So start checking out with us each week because I think we're going to go ahead and start talking a little bit more about The Walking Dead, give our opinions on it. We love you guys. I'm Kevin.
Lester.
I'm Kayla.
And we'll see you next
I
time.
don't know my own name.
Thanks, guys.